Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
After the approval of Proposition 1 in Walla Walla County, our Monique Garcia speaks to the Westcom manager on how they are stepping up to deliver for the community.
Plus, Sunnyside is down another city employee today. What we're learning about the firing.
Also ahead, school buses were en route in the Yakima School District. What the district is saying as students return to class today.
And taking a live look here outside from our SkyCam network at the Yakima Airport here on this First Alert Weather Day. Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee, tracking storms in the region. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Apple Valley News Now at 6. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed. It is Wednesday, the 27th of August.
We begin tonight with a first look at your forecast on this First Alert Weather Day.
Yeah, it's another one. Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee. So, meteorologist Hayden, can you tell us why there is an increasing risk for fire danger?
Yes, I can. And the big reason behind that is because we have got very dry vegetation in place and we've got thunderstorm activity. When you start to see lightning coming out of those storms, hitting that very dry vegetation, it does not take anything at all for that to become a problem. Just like a spark or something from chains dragging along the road as you're driving with a trailer. Something that simple could make a big problem. Thankfully, we have not seen that this evening or today with any of the thunderstorms and lightning strikes that's been reported along the Cascades. That's been really the area of focus today, and most activity has started to wane as we can continue on into the evening hours. That just means energy is not becoming quite as sufficient in making more robust activity. Still seeing some light shower activity from Dayton back off towards the northwest through Moses Lake and up towards Leavenworth, but that's about all that we're seeing. Haziness here, though, in the Tri-Cities area, 81 degrees. The haziness from the wildfires in the panhandle of Idaho there. Very light wind in play. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s all around, with the exception of the higher elevations where we've got 62 back west near Yakima. And we are going to see those temperatures holding with a very slow cool down going into the evening hours, only anticipating mid-70s by 10 o'clock. And then as we continue into the overnight hours, those readings should get down into the lower 60s with some upper 50s out there as well. Now, as we go into the day tomorrow, we do expect, and I should say Thursday's day planner forecast, I'll get that corrected, we'll be climbing back into the lower 90s as we have a little bit more sunshine and some lower humidity beginning to build back in. This is going to create a problem with temperatures starting to tick on up as we head into the weekend, which we'll talk more about what that's shaping up to be like in just a little bit.
Thank you very much, sir. Now to our big story here at 6 o'clock tonight. We are learning Sunnyside and Yakima County is seeing the departure of yet another city employee, this time after being fired by the interim city manager, Jim Bridges. Bridges confirming with us that Kelly Koski, the city's finance director, seen just there, was terminated today. Although he did not elaborate on what led to the firing, the termination comes as an investigation into the current city manager, Mike Gonzalez, will continue into early to mid-September after he was put on paid administrative leave back in June. Stay with us for the latest updates. All right, good news from Walla Walla County. Its 911 emergency communications system is moving forward, all thanks to the community's vote.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia brings us this story behind the progress, thanks to the recent approval of Proposition 1.
Esther Click, the Westcom manager and lead for Proposition 1, was inspired to run this initiative after the Walla Walla police chief asked her to find sustainable funding for the county's 911 emergency communication center. Esther shares how they explored all options, from grants to bonds, but ultimately chose Proposition 1.
We ended up with going with the 0.2% because it is something that has been there specifically for the 911 community since 1999. Walla Walla County had just opted to not tap into that funding mechanism until obviously today when we voted and the community voted for it.
Now Click says it's time to step up and deliver for the community that showed up at the ballot box.
So now the work really begins for us, because for me, this is something that the community has now trusted us with. So we're not going to collect this funding, and how are we going to appropriate it? And how are we going to deliver the different things that we had discussed and actually address some of the challenges that we have as a 911.
This new sales tax isn't just a number. It's a promise to everyone in the community.
Everybody, every single person in our community will, at the end of the day, benefit from it. So when they call 911, hopefully we will be able to have that more reliable system so that if you call 911, people expect somebody to answer until somebody doesn't. And so with this, we hope to address the challenges and make sure that we're always there for them and being able to give them a good and quick response when they most need it.
How does this tax work?
So it's a 0.2% of sales and use tax. It's a tax collection based on purchases of tangible goods. The most important thing to remember that this is not an additional tax to fuel. It's not an additional tax to most of your groceries. So like milk, bread, those types of items don't get impacted. And as well as your purchases and tax properties do not get impacted.
This will affect purchases like fast food or bigger items like a new mixer. Funds will also help fix ongoing issues.
That's going to be one of our priorities. In addition to that, it's going to be staffing. Our staffing has not been addressed or looked at or increased since 1998. That's over 27 years. So we really need to address that and have a conversation about that. In addition to that, it's going to help us operate on other day-to-day items, as well as purchasing much needed equipment that we haven't been able to upgrade. There's some of the equipment that we have that we operate off of that is as old as 1997.
An executive committee will oversee how these funds are used. They'll create a plan to solve the challenges and keep the community in the loop on improvements. Reporting in Walla Walla, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, the 0.2% sales and use tax increase will begin at the start of the new year. Stay tuned for more updates as progress unfolds.
Students return to school in Yakima today, and the district's bus drivers are ready to start the new year. Yakima School District says it has improved its bus routes to make them more efficient and help reduce traffic, especially around schools that are close together. Drivers say they're expecting traffic during the first week of school to be pretty busy, and they are excited to drive their students to school again.
Seeing the kids again. I love my kids. I love the students. It's just, they've got good, positive attitudes. They like to be at school. And I just want to be there for them, to mentor them and give them a good, safe ride to and from school.
As the first week of school continues, drivers say to make sure you do not pass a school bus when its stop sign is out.
New at 6 in the sports world, the Pasco High School football team is under its first year with DJ Search as the head coach.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable learned how the Bulldogs are trying to change the narrative around their team.
After a 2-8 record last year and a head coaching change, it's understandable why players on the Pasco High School football team might have a chip on their shoulder. But for senior Sawyer Hickam, he says he is sick and tired of the narrative around his team.
I don't think people think very highly of us, not only as players but as kids as well. So we're really trying to show people what we're made of.
Insert new head coach DJ Search. A former receiver at Eastern Washington University, Search had that opportunity taken from him after admittedly not making the best choices. His reflection into his own past is what brought him into coaching.
Kind of motivated me to go back to school. And during that time I was working in a freezer warehouse. I did a lot of deep thinking and realized that football needs to be a part of my life, and I need to help do what a lot of positive adults in my life helped me do.
Bringing a positive energy to his practices, Search can be seen dancing around to the rock music he has blasting on the speakers.
Playing under him's great. I mean, he's a great guy, you can just tell. And I like playing for people that show they care about you. I mean, he cares for everyone a lot, and it means a lot to play for him. It makes you really want to play for him as a person as well as a coach.
We're trying to create winners as people. You know, and if you create winners as people, they will know how to handle things.
Search says win, lose, or draw, his team will always get the same hard work and body language from him. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
The Pasco Bulldogs and their new coach prepare for their first game of the season, which is September 4th against Southridge.
Apple Valley News Now live at 6 is just getting started. Still ahead on this Wednesday night, I'm going to tell you how a nonprofit with local connections is making a big impact with those living with cystic fibrosis.
Definitely stay tuned for that. And here is a live look outside of Geesis Stadium. Look at that skyline, Austin. It is just white out there.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah,
it's weird.
Just a gloomy August day. Hayden is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, though. Stick around.
Keep summer going with Nissan. Named #1 in new vehicle quality by J.D. Power. Hurry in today. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 4.9% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial.
See your community Chevy dealers. For decades, CG Public House has been known for fresh, chef-inspired meals and seasonal specialty menus. When the weather's right, enjoy patio dining with dog-friendly amenities that make everyone feel welcome. Pair your favorite dishes with handcrafted cocktails and premium local wines for the perfect dining experience. Don't miss the Pendleton Beef Prime Rib, served every Friday and Saturday. And be sure to finish with a slice of our famous homemade pie. Join us to make CG Public House your favorite dine-out.
The Labor Day sale is on now at More Furniture. Join us this weekend where you'll find every bedroom, living room, and dining room is in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate free white glove delivery to your home. Plus, we'll remove your gently used pieces and donate them locally. You've worked hard all year long. It's your turn to relax in style and comfort. Labor Day savings like never before. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Keep summer going with Nissan. Named #1 in new vehicle quality by J.D. Power. Hurry in today. Get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
Welcome back, everybody. A life-changing device called the Cystic Fibrosis Vest, a high-frequency chest wall oscillation garment, is helping patients worldwide breathe easier. But actually, for much of the world, these vests are prohibitively expensive and hard to access.
Yeah, in an Apple Valley News Now exclusive, we are introducing you to a nonprofit that gets these vests to the hands of patients for free. And it was founded by two men, one being an Eastern Washington native.
This is Josh Bowder and his daughter, Evangeline, who has cystic fibrosis.
When she was diagnosed in Thailand, the doctor told us to prepare her for a lung transplant at less than 2 years old. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And somebody on a CF group told me to talk to Rod.
Josh grew up in the Spokane Valley and lived right here in the Tri-Cities before moving all the way to Thailand in 2013.
The average life expectancy after a lung transplant is only 5 years. And that's only for 25% of the people who get them.
A little over 5 years ago, Josh and Rod Spattinger, who now lives in Illinois, met one another and started a nonprofit called CF Vests Worldwide.
I received a message from a girl in Chile, out of the blue, maybe a Facebook message. And she asked if I had CF, I told her I did. She asked if I lived in the US, I told her I did. And then she asked, can you donate a vest to me?
Rod is now 53 years old and was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis when he was just 3 months old. 8 years ago, he had to get a double lung transplant.
The vest we give them, it extends their life. Maybe it will keep them from getting a transplant at all, or it extends their life until they can get a transplant. These vests are life-changing.
Josh and Rod flew thousands of miles to meet me in person this week and share their story with us here at home.
And so by giving these vests to people in the third world countries, we're actually extending life. We're giving them more breaths. We're giving them a better life, a fuller life, and less time in the hospital.
These life-saving devices can cost between $12,000 to over $30,000, making them virtually out of reach for many patients and families globally.
When that girl contacted Rod from Chile, it was like, I don't trust this girl, but we got to fix it. And then when my daughter was diagnosed, it was like, okay, there's a problem. We need to solve it.
Since its founding, the nonprofit has shipped over 375 vests to patients in 61 countries, places like Afghanistan, India, Serbia, Syria, and Ukraine. These donations often come from people in the U.S. whose insurance is changing or who no longer need the vest.
One of our teammates, Khadija, she lives in Pakistan. She also has CF. She's amazing in her communications. We would just ask them via our website to contact Khadija, and she would coordinate all of the requirements.
CF Vests Worldwide doesn't just send equipment, they navigate major shipping hurdles, rising costs, notably up to $1,500 to $2,000 per vest to send overseas.
And the mucus builds up inside of the lungs, and you have to have this vest that just shakes and shakes all the mucus loose.
Celebrate with us. Now, on their 5th anniversary, they are working on 2 things.
We've only given 11 vests to people in the U.S.
It's because there's 2% of CFers that don't have insurance or are underinsured and can't afford a CF vest. So we want to focus on them.
And as for what's next,
we're starting to move on to portable oxygen concentrators. Being able to take your oxygen with you and not being connected to an outlet or to a big oxygen tube.
Wow, just a very eye-opening story there, Austin. So if there's anybody at home that's watching this and they want to get in touch with this group, how would they do that?
Super easy. Later tonight and tomorrow, I will be posting all of the details on my Facebook page, which is Austin Reed On Air. So be sure to, you can even connect with me as well. Send me an email here at the station and I will get you in touch. And Wendy, as you know, I've got cystic fibrosis as well. So this is a story that is very close to my heart. So
very personal. Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
Absolutely. All right, time now for weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, we're still tracking some shower activity across the area this evening, as we have been for most of today, all thanks to that kind of east to west motion there, bringing some moisture in from the monsoonal moisture that is, and that will continue on for the next several hours. Most of it is now pertaining to right on the northern fringe of our viewing area, especially if you talk about just kind of a region that we're looking at anywhere from Dayton back northwestward through Moses Lake and up towards areas north of Ellensburg there. But we're going to continue to see a lessening of the overall activity as we continue on this evening. Even the lightning concern that we've been watching closely in the leeward side of the Cascades has really settled down. But Futurecast is going to show you that we're not quite done with the moisture just yet, although it is kind of overdoing, I think, the overall gravity of how much rain we do see developing here. So I think it's being extra generous than what the reality will show. It is kind of giving you that great area of where it's likely going to lock in. So don't pay close attention to the amount of precipitation you're seeing, but the general area of where it's going from, or where it's going to, is really the big case I want you to pay attention to. Now, as we move into Thursday, do want to point out something here. You see that little bit that does pop back up at the Cascades. We are going to be watching with a low developing off of the Oregon coastline, some extra help to get some orographic lifting to occur along the Cascades here, and that will allow for a few more additional showers and thunderstorms to pop up. If that is the case, and it does come through fruition, which we're kind of expecting on the lower side to be possible, lightning strikes will be once more a concern, and we'll be watching that closely for tomorrow, which is why we will have another weather alert day. But it's really more specific to the Cascades there. So just a heads up for folks that live back westward there, that's what we'll be watching as we still continue to see critically dry vegetation from White Pass northward to the northwest of Ellensburg there near Cle Elum. Now we will see again elsewhere from medium dryness to elevated dryness as we go into Thursday. There's your rain chances. Most of it staying green. Where it says red, 20% there, we do have that thunderstorm potential, and even down in the blues as well, right in the foothills. Outside of that, less than 10%, or at 10% most in the valleys. Now, area-wide thunderstorm chances, we continue on. I'll step out and show you. It's very limited. Saturday and Sunday at a 10% chance as we move along into the weekend. Back to the top of the forecast, we do expect those temperatures to be in the low 60s tonight overall, with some 50s in the higher elevations. Thursday's forecast, you may notice temperatures creeping back up a little bit. We should be averaging out somewhere in the mid-80s for the Tri-Cities. We will not be anywhere near that over the next 7 days, with mid and upper 90s back in Friday, Saturday. We'll briefly drop back down Sunday and Monday, but we just rebound once more into Tuesday and Wednesday, the mid-90s. Yakima, same story. We're just going to be cruising several degrees above normal. Ellensburg, upper 80s tomorrow, low 90s Friday and Saturday. We'll go back to the 80s Sunday and Monday, but squeaking back out into the low 90s by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Hermiston, 90s across the board here, with a 10% chance on Saturday for a quick shower. Walla Walla, just a small chance for rain potential for Thursday, then going back dry and hot for the next 6 days after tomorrow.
Hayden, thanks so much. Still ahead, a building is weakened by flooding in India. We'll tell you about the fate of those inside when we return with Caught on Camera.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
The best bulls in the world have come to town. For bulls and their riders, those 8 seconds go by in a heartbeat. 8 seconds to become a champion, or nothing. It's bull time, Kennewick. PBR bucks into Toyota Center September 5th and 6th. Get your tickets now at pbr.com/tickets or Ticketmaster.
Now through September 30th, get up to a $7,500 federal tax credit on a Ford Mustang Mach-E or F-150 Lightning. They're perfect for visiting friends across town or road trips across the country. And with the Ford Power Promise, get a complimentary home charger and standard installation. Save big on these all-electric vehicles that are smooth, fast, and fun. Hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit on Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning ends September 30th. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Hold all
on time. Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back August 27th through the 31st. And the rodeo is coming in hotter than ever. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Get ready for the heart-pounding action, fearless cowboys and cowgirls, and edge-of-your-seat excitement as the biggest rodeo round takes over the fairgrounds. Food, fun, and thrills. Walla Walla's biggest tradition is coming in hotter than ever. Get your tickets now at wallawallafairgrounds.com.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down.
We were starting a business from the ground up.
People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Time to check this out to a video that shows the moments before a building collapsed. All right, take a look. The Indian Army evacuated people from the building weakened by flooding in the state of Punjab. On X, the Indian Army reported that everyone in the building was airlifted to safety. 7 districts in India's Punjab are on high alert due to flooding. Heavy rain is expected to continue over the next few days. All schools in Punjab are closed until Saturday, and that's according to the chief minister.
Still ahead in our 6:30 half hour, we hear from a mayoral candidate in West Richland as she responds after getting arrested for a DUI.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. But I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Imagine a night where the sound takes over and the beat stays with you. The Hallucination takes the stage at Wild Horse Resort and Casino on September 20th. This dynamic duo fuses indigenous music with dubstep, hip-hop, drums, and bass. Get ready for an electrifying live show, open to ages 15 and up. More than a show, it's a ceremony of sounds featured in Coachella, major films, Fortnite, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app.
At Meredith Furniture, we know how important a good night's sleep is, even if we don't always use the beds for sleeping. Right now, you can save big on top quality mattresses perfect for families like ours. Because when we do sleep, it should be amazing. Meredith Furniture on South First in Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Bathfitter showers have got people talking. Our wide selection of showers means it's exactly what we wanted. Seamless and watertight walls are much easier to clean than tiles and grout. And they stay in excellent shape. Every Bathfitter shower is backed by a lifetime warranty. And with thousands of 5-star reviews, the experience exceeds expectations. It's no wonder millions of Bathfitter customers love their new shower. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope, you don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
And right here in the Northwest, wherever we are.
Man, it's good to be home.
Good Morning Northwest and GMA, the #1 way to start your day.
Good morning, Northwest.
Next ET, we're with the Chrisleys in Nashville. Plus, Zoe Kravitz fresh off her Roman holiday with Harry Styles. Then, Andy Samberg and Kate McKinnon are
spilling the ET.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, it's the return of Washington's oldest fair in Walla Walla, and our Dan Hansen tells you what you can expect out there.
Plus, could there be an indoor pool coming to the city of Kennewick? We'll tell you who's leading that charge to make it happen.
The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at Midweek. Austin Reed alongside Wendy Redman, and it is time to talk about weather.
I know. We always talk about how my kids love to carry their umbrellas around everywhere.
Right.
And then they didn't have them this morning.
On the day that they needed one.
I know. They got on it for this afternoon, though. They were like, we've got our umbrellas, but they like to just carry them around in the sunshine, just hoping. So I guess they were pretty excited about it, you know.
The question is, will we need umbrellas tomorrow?
Let's find out. Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee tonight on this First Alert Weather Day. Hayden.
Well, the answer to that is yes, but it depends on where you are located in the area, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. But we are still tracking some showers as we speak. Take a look at First Alert radar here. We still have a radar outage in Pendleton, Oregon, I believe. I just checked a few moments ago. So we're just kind of getting a cascade of all the radars across the region here compiled together, create a composite imagery. That's just a nice way of showing you we got other radars helping support the one that's out right now. But we're tracking a little bit of some activity just to the northern edge of our viewing area. Tri-Cities dry, but just to the north we are seeing a little bit more activity holding on. But outside of that, we are watching closely right along the leeward side of the Cascades in far western areas of Yakima County of some lightning strikes from those thunderstorms. But so far, the trend has shown that the activity is lessening in strength, so that means it's likely just rainfall and nothing more of that. So I think our risk for any kind of lightning-induced wildfire strikes is going to be nil for the rest of this evening. 81 currently, very hazy out there. We've got some wildfires going on in Idaho, and the wind direction is pulling that in there. Temperature-wise, we're in the upper 70s right now, but we do expect mild night, but even warmer day tomorrow, and even hotter weekend ahead, unfortunately. We'll talk more about what trend we're heading towards in just a little bit.
All right, thank you so much, Hayden. Turning to education now, where the Richland School Board held its first meeting of the school year Tuesday night.
And its 2025-26 budget and program cuts were main topics of discussion.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz tells us what the budget includes and why some students and families are worried about what it's cutting.
The Richland School Board adopted its 2025-26 budget, and it includes a $239 million general fund, which was a slight increase from last year. But the district is still facing a budget deficit, and as a result, it's making extra cuts this year. One student learned of the cuts Tuesday morning as he walked into his jazz band class on the first day of school.
My teacher, Mr. Swisher, brought up how they cut funding for a Jazz 2 teacher at all the middle schools. And he encouraged us, and our parents especially, to go to the board meeting.
As a result of the cuts, Kirk says his class will either have to have 50 kids in it or find a creative solution such as alternating class days or creating a club. Richland School Board President Katrina Waters says it's difficult to make any cuts and that the district wanted to prioritize funding its mandatory programs first. But Ian's father, Andrew, who also took band classes when he was in middle and high school, believes the cuts should have been handled differently.
I think that these kind of cuts need to be spread across the board. I think that if money needs to be saved, then a little bit needs to be pulled from all types of programs, and the impact on each of those programs should be as minimal as possible.
Since the budget was adopted, it's unlikely the Jazz 2 positions will be filled for the rest of the year. But Waters says it is possible for the program to regain funding in the future. She says that programs facing cuts could be brought back if Richland's upcoming levy passes, and the board is working to recommend a funding model soon. The board will continue to talk about the budget at their next meeting. Reporting from Richland, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, thank you very much, Caleb. Richland's regular school board meeting are held on the second and fourth Tuesdays of each month.
Meanwhile, the Richland School District is looking to fill 9 paraeducator positions as the school year starts. Turning now to a crime alert for a woman who is running for mayor of West Richland. Jail records show 69-year-old May Hayes, who is sitting West Richland council member, was arrested on the night of August 22nd. Hayes says she was visiting a friend when her tire blew out on the way home. The officer who stopped to help her reportedly noticed she had been drinking and cited her for driving under the influence. Hayes was sent to the Benton County Jail. Records show her bond was set at $1,000 and she was released August 23rd. In response, her campaign website reads, quote, "I know I made a poor decision and I take full responsibility for it. I am working through the legal process with the courts and am personally taking steps to make sure that it doesn't happen again." Walla Walla police say a months-long narcotics investigation led to the arrest of 28-year-old Tucker Cole Lightfoot. Officers say they served a search warrant at a College Place home, seizing 34 grams of fentanyl, scales, and packaging materials. Lightfoot is now facing multiple felony charges. Detectives also documented unsafe living conditions, and a child inside the home was taken into protective custody.
Well, if you are looking to get outdoors this fall, good news. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says that several recreation areas that were closed earlier this year are about to reopen. The Walla Walla District says sites along the lower Snake River, like Willow Landing and Blyton Landing, will open on August 29th, as well as Lambie Creek in September. Now, earlier this year, some areas were closed because of staffing shortages and a federal hiring freeze.
Earlier this year, we had to limit services to some of those areas due to staffing shortages and also, federal hiring freezes and everything that affected our capabilities to provide, safe and, well-maintained experiences for our guests.
The district has since hired more than a dozen employees, making it possible to reopen many locations. However, Levy Park and Fishhook Park aren't expected to return until next year.
The Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is officially underway. One of the biggest draws every year is just the variety of attractions out there.
Yes, from live animal shows to hands-on exhibits, organizers say there's really something for everybody.
Yep, so of course, Dan Hansen had to go out, check it out, and he shows you what you can expect if you head out too.
From live entertainment to thrilling rides, the Walla Walla Days and Frontier Days is back.
3, 2, 1, cut.
The Walla Walla Fairgrounds are buzzing as families explore carnival rides, exhibits, and shows. The Walla Walla Fair and Frontier Days is back for its 159th year, the oldest fair in Washington. Organizers say the lineup mixes tradition with new features to keep visitors coming back.
It's a community event, and we focus on all age levels as it comes to the fair. We have things for kids, we have things for adults, and we have things for seniors.
A big draw is the legendary band Foreigner, but families are also returning for a fan favorite, the Sea Lion Splash Show. Trainers say it's entertaining and educational.
We talk about a little bit about them, about the pollution, and it's like a comedy educational show.
After the show, visitors can even snap pictures with the sea lions. And new this year, a combine simulator, giving kids a chance to see what it's like to be behind the wheel of farm equipment.
The farm kids that were here, they've got their animals and stuff ready to show, and there was a line rotating in and out of this whole booth, and they were just having fun.
McKean says the goal is to get kids interested in agriculture and technology. With thousands expected through the gates this week, organizers say it's all about community, tradition, and making memories. With thousands expected to pass through the gates, you can meet these wonderful creatures and have a good show and rides at the same time. Reporting with my friends in Walla Walla, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Man, when Dan got back to the station here today, he was showing me that. I was like, man, they are smart animals. I didn't even know. The fair runs through Sunday, giving families plenty of time to enjoy the rides, shows, and traditions that make it a Walla Walla favorite.
High school swim coaches and community members are really banding together to bring an indoor pool to the city of Kennewick. 3 high schools, Kennewick, Southridge, and Kamiakin, all share the same pool. With 6 lanes that are 25 yards long, it is expected to hold events for more than 450 swimmers. Those leading the charge for a new indoor pool say it's much more than just the swim teams that could benefit. Really, the whole community could as well. Now, one of the proposals surrounding a new pool would actually combine it with a $35 million new city hall currently being considered in Kennewick, and it would allow a pool to be built within that space.
All right, still ahead here at 6:30. It is Operation Best Friend. We've got your Cup of Joe, a 2-year-old husky with a voice as big as his personality, and he's looking for his forever home.
All right, we'll hear what he has to say when we come back. We'll also hear what Hayden has to say about all this rain. Stay with us.
Jay Dalia, Jessica Jalal, and Josh Colbreth. Good morning, Northwest from Apple Valley News Now.
US Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
We don't even have to trade in our teeth?
Nope.
I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Mattress Depot USA always offers premium mattresses at the best prices every day.
But we are also sleep specialists.
Check out Mattress University on our website, mattressdepotusa.com. It's filled with information.
Like Beds 101, Mattress Anatomy 201, and Sleep Health 301.
And yes, there is a sleep quiz that will help you choose the mattress best for you.
Study it today, sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free benefits fair and lunch at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, September 19th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com. Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
This Labor Day, More Furniture is making it easier than ever to get that premium mattress you've been craving. Choose from premium brands like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and Sealy, and get 72 months interest-free financing. That's 72 equal monthly payments, no interest, and no money down. Plus free white glove delivery and removal of your old mattress. Celebrate Labor Day with comfort, savings, and service you won't find anywhere else. More Furniture, Labor Day done right.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next-level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Oh, welcome back, everybody. Every week we introduce you to an adoptable pet, and today's star has quite the story.
His name is Joe. He's a 2-year-old husky with striking eyes and a big personality.
But don't worry, Joe also has plenty of charm.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Hi everyone, my name is Monica, and this week for Operation Best Friend, I have brought Joe. Joe came to Tri-Cities Animal Services back in April of this year. After he was found running around, picked up by animal control. He was adopted briefly, but was returned due to his love for solo adventures. So he's looking for a new forever home, preferably one with a nice, tall, secure fence, or somebody that really loves to be just as active as he is. We think that Joe is just over 2 years old, and he's a husky mix, possibly some Malamute in there for sure. He is one of the smartest and most obedient huskies I've actually ever met during my time working for TCAS. He knows more than the basic commands. He will sit, he will shake with both paws, and he will lay down. You may notice that he does have heterochromia, which is a fancy way to say that he has 2 different colored eyes. We do believe that he is friendly with other dogs. He keeps a clean kennel, so we believe that he may be fully potty trained. He's very polite, walking in and out of the dog runs past his doggy neighbors. He is a people lover. When we came in this morning, he went to every single spot to greet everybody. If you are interested in meeting or adopting Joe, you can stop by Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You don't need an appointment. If you do have other dogs at home, we do require meet and greets between them and the dog that you would like to adopt to ensure compatibility. The adoption fee is set at our facility for $50 for all animals. All of our animals go to their new homes, spayed, neutered, up to date on current vaccinations, and microchipped. And as you can tell, Joe is impatiently waiting at Tri-Cities Animal Services for his next forever home.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, let's get to that forecast. We're still tracking a few very light showers this evening, but the bulk of that activity has since settled down compared to earlier today. As we put it in motion here, you can see it's kind of that east to westward motion there, and a lot of that is very light moisture that is anywhere from Connell back up towards Cle Elum, and that's about all that we're seeing with this. Any of the thunderstorm activity that we were concerned about along the Cascades there has since really lessened for this evening, but we will still see another opportunity of some more activity coming our way, so we'll be talking about that in just a moment. Do want to step out and show you that we are looking at these temperatures holding. We've got readings in the lower 80s at this time, and some of that haziness still in effect there. That is actually from the wildfires that are currently ongoing in the panhandle of Idaho at this time. And we'll likely still see some of that activity again as we move into Thursday as well. Now with that, we are going to see a change coming our way with those temperatures increasing as we head into tomorrow. But one thing I do want to bring up though is we are going to see not just an increase in temperatures, but one more round of the opportunity of some lightning strikes with a couple of thunderstorms. Again, more isolated to the Cascades. That'll be the area of focus for tomorrow. And with that, we are going to see just a 10 to 20% chance for any storm activity with critically dry vegetation in place. And I'll kind of show you that with our vegetation dryness forecast. Critical dryness from areas of White Pass northward, and then we've got significant dryness to elevated dryness elsewhere. Thursday's precip chances show just less than 10% for most of the areas in the valley. I'll step out and just show you the full screen view here. All the 10 to 20% in green is just shower activity, and then right there off towards the northwest corner of our viewing area, we could see a couple of thunderstorms popping up there, but overall it is going to be limited in nature Thursday, Not really a big chance on Friday, then coming back very subtle Saturday and Sunday as we see a low that develops off of the Oregon coastline. And with that counterclockwise motion of air around a low, we are going to see a little bit more of that east to west motion with the wind and some more graphic lifting once more. So areas of western Yakima County could see a few isolated showers this weekend. Elsewhere, staying pretty dry and also warm, which we'll show you that in just a minute. Tonight's forecast readings in the low to mid 60s. In most areas, higher elevations a little bit cooler. Tomorrow, may notice the trend here. We've got readings back in the low 90s. Your 7-day forecast shows low 90s won't be the warmest temperature we see on the map. Tri-Cities, you could be getting back into the upper 90s this weekend. Then a brief cool spell, I say that in air quotes, and back to the mid 90s Tuesday and Wednesday. Yakima will have a mixture of upper 90s in the next 7 days with readings as warm as the mid 90s. Ellensburg, upper 80s to low 90s. For the next several days with some low-end rain chances there for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Hermiston, just a 10% shower chance for Saturday with mid-90s for the majority of the next 7 days. In the same case for Walla Walla as well, with just a small chance for a shower tomorrow.
Thank you, Hayden. Still ahead, the TSA just crowned its cutest canine, and we're talking about this top dog when we come back.
There's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. And most of the time, motorcyclists get hurt when they go down. So if someone else's carelessness causes your luck to run out, find out what your rights are under the law.
During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at McCurley Subaru, there's even more to love because every new Subaru sold helps grant a wish for a local child through Wheels Make Wishes Come True. Last year, we helped raise over $100,000 for local Make-A-Wish kids. And this year, you can save big while doing something amazing. Plus, school educators can save an additional $500 on a new Subaru purchase or lease. McCurley Subaru, your way home.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out for an unforgettable adventure, or take a sporty sedan for a spin, all while driving with confidence. See what makes Honda the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2025 HR-V.
Should we push the timeline?
Will it hold?
Should we outsource? What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster.
Even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
Buy more, save more during the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row. That's 4 amazing days to save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. And with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed, it's the perfect time to refresh your living room, dining room, bedroom, or fall into a new mattress. Check out Doorbusters while they last and save up to 50%. Plus 60 months no interest financing. But hurry, the 4-day Super Labor Day sale at Furniture Row ends Monday.
Before, our service would be in and out. We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with the most satellites, we're connecting hundreds of thousands in places where cell towers can't reach with T-Satellite.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
There's no such thing as a minor fender bender when you're on a motorcycle. And most of the time, motorcyclists get hurt when they go down. So if someone else's carelessness causes your luck to run out, find out what your rights are under the law.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthei Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Here's what's trending. The Transportation Security Administration crowned its top dog. Steeler works security at Pittsburgh International Airport.
He received the most social media votes in the TSA's national contest for cutest canine, beating nearly 100 other 4-legged challengers.
He is pretty cute. Steeler is a 2.5-year-old lab named after the city's football team, obviously.
Yes.
So there you go.
Perfect. All right, final word when we come back.
David, did you remember to get me an anniversary present?
Anniversary? Of course! It's Mattress Depot USA's anniversary sale.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Imagine a night where the sound takes over and the beat stays with you. The Hallucination takes the stage at Wild Horse Resort and Casino on September 20th. This dynamic duo fuses indigenous music with dubstep, hip-hop, drums, and bass. Get ready for an electrifying live show. Open to ages 15 and up. More than a show, it's a ceremony of sounds featured in Coachella, major films, Fortnite, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app.
Designed to impress, engineered to perform. Shop GE Appliances this Labor Day at Fred's Appliance. Save big on all GE appliances, from dishwashers to ranges, fridges to ovens, and even laundry. You won't find sales like this unless you shop locally. Like this new induction range model, only $11.99. Stop in to explore GE at Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
The Labor Day sale is on now at More Furniture. Join us this weekend where you'll find every bedroom, living room, and dining room is in stock, on sale, and ready for immediate free white glove delivery to your home. Plus, we'll remove your gently used pieces and donate them locally. You've worked hard all year long. It's your turn to relax in style and comfort. Labor Day savings like never before. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher. Yes. Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Let a Mattress Depot USA sleep specialist put you on the mattress that matches your sleeping habits.
Stop by today. You'll sleep better tonight.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
Well, let's get one last look at that forecast for tomorrow. Temperatures are going to be warming up a little bit more than where they have been over the last day or so. Rain chances really limited to areas westward closer to the Cascades. So outside of that, we should see a little bit more sunshine, but it will stay hazy out there with the wildfire smoke coming in from Idaho. Temperatures get pretty warm this weekend. We're going to continue to climb that temperature scale back to the mid and upper 90s for the Tri-Cities area, and especially for Walla Walla and Hermiston as well.
Looking good. Also looking good, your reason to smile, Austin. Check it out.
Yeah, this is from DJ PJ out in West Richland, a sunset over the city there.
It is gorgeous. I love those colors, very vibrant, and we love it when you send in those pictures. So scan that QR code you see right next to the reason to smile, and you can submit your photo to us. We'd love to show it on air.
Okay.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us here in the news at 6 and 6:30.
We'll be back at 11, hoping your news is good news.